What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. It's your boy Maz, and today I will be going over my top 5 favorite films of 2022. First up, we have Pinocchio. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. No, not the Disney remake Pinocchio, or not that random one by that random studio, which name eludes me at the moment. I'm talking about the Netflix Pinocchio. The one that came out, I believe, well, 2022 obviously, but it came out a few months ago. But anyway, this movie was actually pretty good. Unlike its predecessors, the other remakes, I actually enjoyed this movie. You know, it takes place, typical World War II Italy area around that time. And the characters, I enjoy them. They're very interesting, very good attention to detail. I love that old clay animation style. I think it's very nostalgic. It's very cool. Definitely had a darker tone to it. Pinocchio is a pretty dark story, so yeah, I could imagine. But there was some times where it was upbeat. Even charming at times. I like the musical selections. It was a musical. It's pretty cool. Pretty good visuals. Definitely beat Disney's remake by a long shot for sure. But definitely accurately depicts the story of Pinocchio in a very good way of telling the story. So if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you watch it. Moving on to Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Now this one's very interesting because Marvel movie. I'll admit Marvel has been somewhat lacking this past phase. However, they had a few strong ones in there. One of them being Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which I enjoyed this movie. I was excited when this Marvel movie came out because after I watched it, I realized, wait a minute, this is actually a more serious Marvel movie. Now we've had serious Marvel movies in the past, but this one by far has to be my favorite overall. With the seriousness, it's a bit of gore in there for a PG-13 movie, but overall an enjoyable movie nonetheless. We even had director Sam Raimi, who also directed the Spider-Man trilogy and Evil Dead. So you already know if he's on the job directing, it's gonna be a pretty gosh darn good movie. It's pretty cool seeing him get another chance to direct yet another superhero film. Really enjoyed it. They brought in new characters, brought back some old ones that I really enjoyed, introduced some connections and verses like, the X-Men verse and Marvel, how they put that in there. It was really cool. Of course, the visuals, 10 out of 10, amazing. I love the concept of the multiverse, definitely expanded for more ideas in the future for Marvel, which I really enjoyed. Definitely gotta go watch it. Really cool movie, and looking forward to seeing what Marvel has in store for the future of their movies. Next on the list we have Woman King. Now I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Follows the story of the Agoji and the warriors and how they had to fight and stuff. Takes place around the 1800s, based off a true story. And I enjoyed it. Cinematography was great. The fight scenes are great. The different camera angles. Like, I really enjoyed this movie. I felt immersed in the story. Like, all the characters were really interesting. There are even some points in the movie where I felt inspired. I thought I was about to go to war. But yeah, just truly inspiring movie. Definitely recommend that you watch. Of course, on this list, I gotta put it there. Avatar, man. I love this movie. From the visual effects, the world building from the previous film. James Cameron did not miss, bro. Even after 12 years since the original release, the sequel did not disappoint. They even confirmed 3 more movies coming out for it, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing what James Cameron has planned for us in the future. Ain't much to say about that. But last but certainly not least, I have to put Puss in Boots as one of my other choices on here. Look, to say that I like this movie is a bit of an understatement. I love this movie. From the fight scenes, the characters, the paintbrush art style, just everything was great, amazing. I loved it. All the characters, I feel like even all the side characters and everything, they were all pinnacle to the plot. There was no unnecessary character. I loved all of them. They were pretty cool. I loved how they push in through his story, and it's just like his character development, how he went from this cocky, arrogant, careless, selfish individual to him truly learning how to value life. And I just really enjoyed that aspect. My favorite character from this movie has to be Death. Just his interactions alone, his intimidation throughout the entire film was very well felt. Just his presence made puts the main character's hair stand up. So the fact that his presence was very real, he was a very real threat, and I really enjoyed that aspect of the movie. Overall, this movie is just a great watch, and you and the entire family can enjoy it. Really good watch. Definitely should go check it out. But anyway, that's enough for this video. Hit that like button, comment down below whether this video was a W or an L, and also comment down what other films or shows you want me to review, and I'll get that as soon as I can. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. It's your boy Maz.